Monday morning. I'm so sorry that it's not a Monday morning, but on the bright side, it might give a few people that don't usually get an opportunity to watch Coffee Morning a chance to watch it, because people might, I don't know, go to work on a Monday morning and are unable to actually watch the Coffee Morning. But obviously, with it being the weekend, it might give people a chance. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I hear a baby crying. I just need to know what's happened. Just hold the Belvedere, if you're here. Hold the fort. Craig, hold the fort. Just gonna find out what's going on. I need to know. I've got FOMO. What happened? Toddlers. I need to get an office. I need to be professional. I just wanted to know what had gone on, and he's just running backwards and forwards, and he's just knocked into the side of the couch. He's all right though, because he's happy and he's laughing now watching Elmo, so he's all right. But as a mother, I just need to know what's going on. But he's fine, and Tim's with him, so I don't know why I felt the need to go down there, but obviously it's just mother's instinct, isn't it? Anyway, good morning to you. Oh no, not Fisher Price advert. Where the chat is, I don't know what's going on at the moment on my computer, but I keep getting like these things come up and I want to see the chat, and that's as much of the chat I can see. That is so annoying, isn't it? And if I go to click out of it, it'll just click onto it and then it'll think I want to see more ads. Block ad. Don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against Smith's Toys, but I need to see the chat. Hang on. Go. And it's still there. How frustrating is that? Go away. Oh, it's gone. There we go, we sorted it. Anyway, yeah, where was I at? What was I saying? I can't remember. Yeah, happy Sunday. There is a reason that I can't do tomorrow. The reason I can't do tomorrow is because I do have an appointment somewhere. So it's really important that I attend that. So can't do it. And then I was going to do it Tuesday, but then I looked at my diary and me and Casper got Casper's first dentist appointment early in the morning, but because we've got to travel to it, it's like I ain't gonna make it back for a coffee morning. I'm gonna be really that's gonna be really tight, and I just didn't want that stress. So I thought the best thing I can do is move it to here, because I can't do it Wednesday either, because we've got some exciting things going on, but all will be revealed. I'm not gonna say anything today. I'm not going to say anything, but some exciting things are happening and all will be revealed, and that's all I can say really. But anyway, let's do some shout outs. Let's see who we've got this wonderful Sunday morning. I say wonderful, it's not wonderful. What's going on out there? What is going on? Seriously, September, hit, miss. Like last week, I don't know if any of you watched my vlog. Last week, I was going to McDonald's in a strapless top because it was so hot. And yesterday, I needed a bomber jacket. I was freezing. And I'm like, I don't get it. And this is where people's colds come in, right? Because our bodies can't handle the quick temperature changes. And that's why the colds hit hard in September, because it is so unpredictable. It is not good out there. It's dry, but it's just gloomy. Do you know what I mean? It's proper autumnal, gloomy, boring, dull, naff weather. I like autumn, but I like it when it's autumnal and the sun's shining, and I like it to be cool and crisp and sunny. I don't like this, do you know what I mean? This whole gloomy, yeah. Anyway, Who cares? We're having a coffee morning. We're moving on. There's nothing we can do about the weather. Move on. Greener pastures and all that. Shout outs. Here we go. I'm going to work my way from where I'm at and work my way backwards, because if you want to shout out, let me know now, because if I start from the top and I go at the bottom, there'll be long pauses because I'll see the same names 1,000 times over, and then I'll forget that I've said their names out, and then I'll be repeating their names, and then, yeah, that's just going to be annoying for you guys, and you'll probably tune out and never watch Coffee Morning again, and I can't have that. So here we go. Linda Holmes, Amanda Beach, Julie McGarty, Ryan Powell. Oh, there's oh my God, it's so nice, because I've got names that I haven't seen for a while, so that's great. Hi Gabby, I saw you at the Wild Duck a few weeks ago. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I think I remember. So, yeah, it's great. It's great to see new names on here. Christopher Goff, Paul Hull and Alicia, Vincent Clark, Jules C, Lee Davis, Sarah Colley, Charlotte A19, Ellen C, Amanda Beach. Have I said Amanda Beach? I think so. Linda Holmes, Andy Mullaney, he's one of my amazing mods. So big up to all the mods this evening. Oh my God, Nikki Piper, that just reminded me. Nikki sent me a text message and I read it. Nikki, I don't know if you're watching this morning, but I read your text message in the middle of the night and I thought, well, I can't message you back now because obviously I'm going to wake you up. And then I don't know if anybody else does this thing that I do. Like, I just have this brain block. And I go, oh, I don't want to wake her up. So what I'll do is I'll message her in the morning, get on with things and completely forget. And then next thing you know, I'm doing a coffee morning and I'm like, oh, and someone's triggered it. And I'm like, damn it. And I did the same with my friend Maxine, and Maxine has been my long-term bestest friend ever. And she sent me a message when I was on holiday and I was in the middle of doing something when she sent it. And I thought, I'll sit down and I'll message her later. Totally forgot. And every time I remember to message her, it's late. And I'm like, if I message her now, I'm going to wake her up. Because that's when I like have my downtime, when it's really, really late. So I can't actually message back. That's when I sit and think about what I've got to do. And yeah, like Maxine got a reply 2 weeks later and I feel absolutely awful about it. But she's my long-term friend. She knows me in and out like a book, knows what I'm like, knows that I love her to bits, but my head is like this. So that's a good friendship, when your friends are just there on standby and they're like, it's cool, I get it. And I'm the same with her. Like, she might not message me back for 2 weeks and I'm like, well, I know that she's not ghosting me and I know that she's not speaking to me because we're best buds and it's just Max, you know. So anyway, that's what we like, and that's that's where we're at. In fact, I sent her a message this morning because I thought, oh my God, I got to message her. Anyway, I don't know if anybody else does that, or is that just me? Is my brain just like halfway down the toilet? Probably. But anyway, Nikki, that just reminded me Andy's message, because I was thinking about mods and I do need to message you back, and I'm so sorry, but every time I sit to think to do it, it's the most inconvenient time for you. So please forgive me and I will message you back straight away. I need a PA, man. I need a PA to sort my brain out. So Belvedere's here. We've got Kenzie here. We've got Maria Mason. We've got Diz Rides Myth. Is that Myth or MTH? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's initials or a word. Jules C, Harry Osborne, Craig Cargill and Barry Coppock. We've got Liz. We've got Donna. Vincent Clark. Hey Vincent, please read my message. Hi Gabby, how are you today? From your #1 royal fan Vincent. There you go, Vincent, I've read it and you are my #1 fan, believe me, because I don't have any fans. So I appreciate that. Ben McSporran, Jen Mack, John Stanley, Jacko. Oh, did you have a nice time in Benidorm, Jacko? Please let me know how you got on. Andy Mullaney, one of my mods, has been a channel member for 22 months and says, happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday to you, Andy. Lovely having you here. Stephen Wright is here. Andrew Lane. Lee Davis. Yo! Get a VPN, Gabs. What's a VPN? What's a VPN? Am I just having like a proper like baby brain thing going on here, even though Casper's like 2 and I'm still using that excuse? What is a VPN? I'm going to Google that. And then you're probably going to tell me what VPN is. And it's going to be something that I really do know. And I'm like, Hi, sexy.
I just need to get...
Come and say hi.
Oh, no, I look rough as... as anything.
Well, you can wave.
Even rougher,
you can wave to the camera. I think everyone can see you in the Mac anyway.
How embarrassing.
No, they can't really.
No,
That
Like
was Tim's
last time
hand.
when I came upstairs and I was in my underwear.
A little cameo.
And you went. I think we should say that because people then go backwards and have a look.
Yeah, little cameo from Tim. You two look hot today. I love your Hollister. Tim's bought some new joggers from Hollister and they fit him like a dream. They look lush. I'm not being sarcastic. I mean it. I mean serious.
Really?
Yeah, really. I like them.
This does not look a good look. I'm just.
What's that Hollister top in that bag there? That blue
I'll
one.
wear that later. I'm just because it's. I can't find my coats. I'm just doubling up on the coats, and then just taking little funkies for a walk.
All right. Have a nice time.
Bye everyone. Do we leave this door open?
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Tim Linden. Do what you want. I've got a smidge here anyway. No windows open today because it's freezing. I was freezing in bed last night. I was absolutely freezing. Like, honest to God, I had goosebumps all over me. And I kept, you know, like when you're really cold in bed and you try and get the covers over you, you try and get them like to wrap round the
cold feet on me.
Bottom part of your neck, because you don't want that draft going down your back. I was in that situation and I haven't been in that situation for a very long time. I think it's time the heating came on. But we'll see. Anyway, where are we at? Right, yeah, Lee Davis, VPN. Right, somebody let me know in the chat what a VPN is. Amanda says I got an electric blanket. I want an electric blanket so bad. I really do. My mum always had one and it always felt nice getting into a nice warm bed, like if I ever stayed around her house. Sometimes I'd get in like bed with my mum and I'd be like, oh, so cozy. So yeah, I love a good electric blanket. Can't beat in fact, I'm sure we bought Holly one once. What happened to that? Anyway, I can't remember. That's a story for another day. Claire Bevan is here. We've got Nadine McLeish, Sarah Gee, Linda Holmes, Sarah Colley. We've got normal Andrew, not Andrew Mullaney, but just Andrew. Craig Cargill has been a channel member for 18 months. Oh my God, like hell, what? God, I tell you what, when you see how many months people have been channel members for, and you feel like people have only been channel members for like a couple of months and you actually see it's like 18 months, that's when you know you're getting old, because a year has gone like that or 2 years has gone like that and you're like, oh my God, I've been knowing these people now in the chat because I do feel so familiar with everybody. It's unreal, especially like the Louders, because they're constantly sort of there and it's amazing. I do feel like I know everybody like really well and I'm like, oh my God, like I've known like Craig Cargill for 18 months, or you know, I've known Andy Mullaney. I've known Andy Mullaney for like 4 years now. Is it 4 years, Andy? Because you started watching my gigs in lockdown and that's how you sort of come on board, really, wasn't it? Right back from then. So yeah, like I'm sure, was lockdown 4 years ago? Was it 3 years ago? I'm just trying to think, like, because by the time I was pregnant with Fumps, and Fumps is coming up for 3 in January, and obviously COVID had gone when I was pregnant, like just by the skin of my teeth. So maybe it's nearly coming up for 4 years. Ah, wow. Oh, definitely when COVID started, definitely 4 years, which is insane. Harry Osborne, Christopher Goff, Susan Turner. Am I saying the same names now? I'm not sure. Fran A. Moore is here. Belvedere, I think you were like first on the job, so well done you again. Like, you're on fire. I don't know, honestly, I said it before, I'll say it again, I don't know how you do it. You're like Superman or Superwoman. I don't know. Ryan, I've said Ryan Powell, haven't I? Jamie Bennett has been a channel member for 10 months. See, that's nuts. Good morning, Gabby. Finally a day off where I can watch your coffee morning. I hope you're okay. I mean, I suppose that's the beauty of doing it on a Sunday, isn't it? But if we didn't have such a chaotic week, obviously it would have been on the Monday because I try and be consistent. But there's just, you know, there's just so much going on. And like I said, all will be revealed. Tamlin Brannigan is here. Linda Holmes. I think I'm repeating the same names now. Ruth Jones as well. Now, if... I will try and shout out as we go throughout the coffee morning. I'll try and get people in. But if I haven't shouted you out and I've missed you, I'd just like to massively apologise. Oh, and Beverly, I can see that you're here. Gabby. Right, massive shout out to Beverly's customers. Are you in the shop today, Beverly? Because Beverly has got a little cafe and it's like on the seafront, and she sent me in a picture of her customers with their hands in the air because I gave them a shout out last week, and I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe all them people were watching the coffee morning. That's mad. But having said that, I've got 200 people watching Coffee Morning this morning, which is probably more than that was in my audience last night when I was singing. In fact, it definitely is more. And I just don't look at it like that, really. I don't really think of it. But that is the case. It's nuts. But thank you for sending that in, Beverly, and a big shout out to you and your customers. Craig, thank you so much for your super chat. Are you and Tim going out this Sunday afternoon for a walk? We have got plans this afternoon. They're going out for a walk now. Tim does like to take Casper out for a walk in the stroller. And then obviously when I finish Coffee Morning, we're going to be going to do something with Casper. We're not really sure what, but we want to take him somewhere, like as a day out somewhere, because he has come on leaps and bounds. I don't know how many of you watched my previous vlog. So yeah, thank you anyway, Craig. I really appreciate that. My last vlog, which was a September vlog, it was going to be, I thought, you know what, I'm going to do an autumnal vlog and it's going to be really cozy. It's going to be really autumnal. But it was really, really sunny. And I was just like, this is just not working. So it became a September vlog. And I thought I have to leave like the autumn vlog for another day because it's just too warm to promote like autumn vlog. However, if I vlogged this week, that would have been a different story, but that's life, innit? That's the way it goes. So anyway, yeah, I don't know if anyone saw it, but I did film like what we were getting up to in that, and I did get Casper in it quite a lot, to be honest. And he's obviously doing all his colours now, and he's been able to do his colours for a while. And obviously it was nice to sort of show you guys because I do get a lot of messages. I do. And I got a message from somebody the other day after watching the vlog saying, is he deaf? And I thought, oh man, change the record. Do you know what I mean? Like, is he deaf? No, we had his hearing checked because we wanted to rule everything out because he's a little bit delayed with his speaking, and he's 110% not deaf. His hearing is fine. He's been tested. He's good. So it is just like children just sort of develop and learn at their own pace. And so no, he's not deaf, but he's coming on great. I mean, if you'd have, a month ago, he was even more delayed. This month he's come on leaps and bounds, and he's saying loads of things now. And he's just like, it's almost like when one thing started, it all started coming out. Do you know what I mean? And he was doing obviously the colours, and he's been able to count to 20 for a long time and backwards, and he's been able to do the alphabet all the way through. But I think it's because, when he watches kids TV, he hears the alphabet consistently. It's on all the time on Sesame Street, Elmo, when he watches that, any like Super Simple, they're just constantly on about the alphabet. And I think he's just learnt the song in his mind, so he knows it. So when he's doing the alphabet, his words are not crystal clear, obviously he's 2, but they're there, and he's doing it, and he's learned it, and he's been able to do that for ages. And I've been so impressed, but I've never been able to really catch that on camera, because the problem with children, you shouldn't work with drunks and you shouldn't work with children. Is it drunks and children? I think so, because drunks and children, they don't perform when you want them to, and yeah, they're just not good. They just don't perform on spec. But anyway, so I can't get him doing those. I'm thinking, all these people that are going, oh, he's deaf, he can't talk and stuff like that. I just think, oh my God. But anyway, it don't matter anyway. That doesn't anyway matter. But I managed to get him doing his colours. And this week, he come up onto the bed, because I like a cup of tea in bed in the morning when I'm like having a morning off. And he came up to me and went, hello, money. And I was like, oh. So he said hello, money, money, but obviously means mummy. And so his words are coming out now. And there's this thing that we do watch on the TV, which is all sort of like, it's like a nature, it's not on TV, it's on YouTube actually, and it's the animals. So it's like very relaxing jazz kind of music, and it goes through the animals, and obviously you can skip it up with your remote control and what have you. And like when we get to the rabbit, he'll sort of say rabbit. And there were things that he said that I didn't know he could say. Like there was was it a goat? I think it was a goat. Was it a goat? Something like that. And it come up on the TV, and he went, horse. And I went, oh, you're close. I said, it's not a horse. I said, that's a goat. And Tim showed him like a cheetah, and now he can say cheetah, and he's coming out with all the animals, and he goes dog, woof woof, and you know, things like that are coming out now. So it's like, wow, he's really, really coming on leaps and bounds. So I'm over the moon, and he's doing great. But yeah, honestly, I've never heard that saying, don't work with drunks or children, only Gabby. Have you not heard that one? Don't work. Is it drunks and children? Or is it drunks and children are the only ones that tell the truth? One or the other. So I can't remember, something like that. Oh no, don't work with kids and animals, I think it is. Oh, I don't know. Don't work with kids and animals, and just don't work with drunks either. Believe me, that doesn't work. Because they say all the things you don't want them to say as well. Mouse Charger question. Ain't a Q&A, Mouse Charger. But I will let you off with this question. Will Casper go trick-or-treating this year? That's another thing. He's really into the Halloween thing. He's doing this on the door, going like, knock, knock, trick or treat. He's saying, but trick and treat, not completely clear, but that's what he's saying. Because there's a song on, is it on Something Simple? I think it's Something Simple. I can't remember. There's so many blooming TV programs for kids now. And it goes, knock, knock, trick or treat, how are you? I'm a witch, I'm a little witch. And then a witch comes along and goes, hee, 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 like that. And anyway, he's learnt it to a T, and he goes knocking on the door. And then sometimes he'll get his tractor and he'll bang his tractor against the glass door. And we're like, no. And sometimes he'll bang the TV and we're like, no. We have to get to him in time because he's like trashing everything. I tell you what, kids and cats, yeah, and probably dogs as well, trash everything. Everything is outside. Our house is not home anymore because we had to move everything that like made our like living room look semi-nice, because Casper's trashed everything. Like, you know, these sort of like pictures that you get. We've always had like two really nice pictures in the window of me and Tim, like with nice yellow frames from Next that we got, and it was like to go with our little beach theme, because that's why our walls are yellow, because of the sand. It's meant to be like a beach theme, like everything, because it's a seaside cottage. And he's gone up onto the windowsill and he's pulled them down, and he's got this and he's pulled this off, and now they're like propped like that against the window, and we're like, oh man, give up. So you just can't have anything nice with kids anymore. And then there's the sofa. And then like Smidge has like ripped it like a scratch pole. That's why our sofa looks like a tramp sofa. Mind you, it is so old. We have had it, well, when I moved in here with Tim had it then. So it is ancient, absolutely ancient. But it's done us so proud. And it's the comfiest sofa in the world. But it has seen its day. But we're like obviously holding off. But yeah, Smidge has trashed everything. He trashes the lot. If I like put my clothes out on the bed for a gig, and I've got like, here's actually, speaking of gig clothes, I wore this last night, and this is on the bed, and it's a dress. Smidge, if I go to move this, he is so fast, he'll go like that with his claw, and he'll dig his claw into it and he'll pull it, and then a thread will like feed through, and I'm just like, you've just plucked this. Nice one. Why? Because cats like to have things that to go for. And like right now he's on the bed, and if I put some clothing on the bed, he will lay on my clothing, and then I'll pick it up and it'll have cat hair on it, and I'm like, oh, and it's so frustrating. So anyway, tangent over. Craig, I don't know how we got, you know, your super chat made me talk for ages about that. You ever thought of getting a puppy? No. No, I don't want a puppy. Like, before I had Casper, I really badly wanted a puppy, but I think it's because I was really sort of maternal, I suppose, and wanted a baby for so long with Tim. And I was like, oh, Tim, we should get a puppy. And Tim was like, no. He's like, no way, we've got Smidge. Smidge is enough. And I'm just like, oh, I really want one. Oh, please, Tim, please, Tim. They're so cute. I love puppies. And then since having Casper, I'm so glad that he talked me out of getting a puppy, because I just don't think I could cope. Like, I'm not joking. Like, that puppy would have got neglected, not in a horrible way, but because I give Casper all my time, it wouldn't have been fair on the puppy. So, and I'm not 100% a dog person. I do like dogs, but I'm more of a cat woman than a than a dog person. So and I have my cat, and I think, do you know what? I think it was just so maternal, and I just love the love that puppies and dogs give you, that I just really wanted that like little baby puppy. But that moment has passed, and I'm sort of glad that Tim was just like, no, I think my brain was just in a completely different place. But I do think it all depends on your circumstances. I think, yes, you may want a puppy if you're in this environment where it's just you and your partner and you fancy having a dog. But I think when you've got kids around and they're driving you mad, in a positive way, you know, mad positive way, because it's very rewarding being a mum. I wouldn't change it for the world. I'm thank my lucky stars every single day when I wake up and I look at Casper and think, God, I can't believe you're mine. Which reminds me, I'm going to tell you about a dream I had in a minute. This is going to bore you to tears. Well, hopefully it won't, but my mum was going, I was telling her about it the other day, and she went, Dominic, I'm stressed out just listening to you. And I went, oh, I've got to tell someone, because Tim said, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I don't want to know, because it weren't a good dream. And Tim can't like handle anything like that. So I can't tell him. So I go and tell my mum about my dreams, and I have like some of the most craziest dreams. I wake up in sweats thinking that was real, you know, and I suffer with what's the thing called where you're in a dream and you can't get out of it, and sleep paralysis. I suffer with things like that really badly, and like I can't force myself up, and I know I'm dreaming, and I can't change it, and yeah, it's horrible. But yeah, I was telling my mum it's so stressful, but I'm going to reveal all that as well in a minute. So yeah, no, I don't have the urge for a puppy because my circumstances have changed now, to be honest with you. But I can see why people do love them. And we said last week, they're man's best friend. They are. They're amazing things. If you are a dog lover, do you know what I mean? But not everybody is the same. Some people like cats. Some people like rabbits. Some people like snakes. Oh, I don't know why, but some people do. You know, like I can't believe that people have reptiles and go, oh, what a lovely snake. No. But I can't change that person's mind because that person is who they are. But in my mind, I'm like, that's the most awful thing ever. But it's not for me to say because I'm not that person at the end of the day. It's up to them, innit? If they want to stroke a snake and snuggle down with them and watch TV. I mean, I really don't get it. But, you know, each for their own, innit? At the end of the day, it's what makes us all unique in our own different ways. Craig, thank you so much. Would Casper like a goldfish? Do you know what? Goldfish are harder to look after than cats. And I mean that because cleaning out a fish tank is hell. Absolute hell. Holly had a fish tank once. She had a little fish called Oscar, and that lasted nearly 10 years. No word of a lie. We also had a pond outside, and like Tim had a fish when we first met him, and it didn't have a name. It was just fish, and it just floated around, and that lasted for about 10 years as well. That was huge, and that was really sad when it died. We even buried it because that was like a massive goldfish in the end, and it was really beautiful, but it didn't have a name, and we didn't watch telly with it or nothing. But Holly had one, Oscar it was called, because we named it after Shark Tale, and obviously at the time that's what Holly had been watching on TV, and so she wanted to call it Oscar. And no word of a lie, call me lazy, but I was just like, I cannot be asked to clean this fish tank out. And no word of a lie, the fish was swimming in practically black water because I was just like, oh, I'm just so sick and tired of cleaning this fish tank out, man. It's doing my nutting. And Tim would be like, we've got to do the fish tank. And I'd be like, tomorrow. And then I'd be at work all week, and then I'd be like, oh, it's my day off. Do I really want to do the fish tank? Tomorrow. And then when we really started keeping on top of it and cleaning it out, it died. And I thought, oh, maybe we should never have cleaned it in the first place and just left it in its own dirt, and it would have survived a bit longer. But that's called growing up. You live and you learn, don't you? And no, I don't want another fish because of those purposes. Oh, they look nice, fish tanks, but God, they're high maintenance. I hate them. And fish don't really do much. They're pretty to look at, but you know, you can't, like, Smidge is like, mind you, Smidge don't do much at the moment. Smidge is just asleep. You having a nice time there, Smidge? Yeah, just dreaming. But yeah, thank you, Craig. So, but no, I'm hoping not. But if Casper turn around and said to me when he gets a bit older, Mummy, I would like a goldfish, or Money, as he's calling me at the moment, would, can I have a goldfish? I'd be like, yeah, okay, Tim, you're cleaning it out though. So that's that really. We got 246 people watching this morning. Please hit the thumbs up and share the love. Ian, thank you so much for your super chat. Hi Gabby, I'm Ian Bailey, autistic lad from Maidstone, from Tim's Live. I'm delayed in development and didn't walk till I was 2. Can relate. You inspire me. Oh, thank you, Ian. Well, goes to prove my point, Ian, doesn't it? Like, not everybody is the same. You know, people sort of learn at their own pace. And I think society need to give people a break, really. Do you know what I mean? And that's just the way it is. Thank you so much, though, Ian. And thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your support. Pepperami says, get a good filter on the tank. Well, you're saying about filters, right? So when we first got Oscar, we got a filter for the tank, and it weren't Oscar, it was a different fish. And then like 2 days later, we found it floating on the top of the water, and we were like, oh my God, Pets at Home sold us a Duff goldfish. And then we took the filter out and bought Oscar, and then he survived. So we were like, was it the filter? Or was it the Duff goldfish? I don't know. Did we get like, you know, the bad one out of the bunch, you know? So I don't know. Who knows? So we never did use a filter in the end. So whether that was a hit or miss, I don't know. But I'm not going to lie. I don't want to try it again because I can't be arsed with a goldfish. Colour and chat. Hang on. I can never get... It's with Joanne, isn't it? I was going to say, all I can see is colour and chat W, but it's with Joanne, isn't it? Because I'm very familiar with you now. Morning, Gabby. I have 2 150-pound Great Pyrenees. They are great hairy children. A lot of work. Pyrenees? What's Pyrenees? What is that? Is that a dog, or is that like a hairy fish? Like, I'm not sure at what point the chat came in, to be honest with you. Tell me, is a Pyrenean dog? Because obviously I'm not a dog person. I don't know the brands of dogs. Brands. I mean, they're not shampoos, are they? You know what I mean, like the breed of dogs, brands. I'm so sorry. I'm not cool, am I? Yeah. So let me know. Fill me in. Big white dogs. Oh my God. Yeah, I can imagine they're a lot of work. I mean, you can get like Bichon Friches, can't you? That like don't molt, and then they're okay, aren't they? But the ones that do molt must be really hard work. You must be hoovering constantly. I'm hoovering constantly now because of Smidge, and that does my head in. So I'd really struggle, Joanne. So I take my hat off to you, Joanne. Big up to you. Well done. Well done for keeping on top of it. And thanks for your chat. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, so 240 people watching this morning. That's quite good for a Sunday, isn't it? Mind you, I've never done a Sunday before, so I wasn't sure what way we would go with this, to be honest with you. Yeah, fluffy dogs. Brilliant. MS Security says, Bichon Friches are the best family dog ever. Affectionate, loving, and so gentle. I actually had a friend that had got 2 Bichon Friches, and they were so lovely. Charlotte A19, glad coffee mornings is on today. Have a 6-hour drive tomorrow, leaving from 6 a.m. going to Cornwall. Oh my God, Charlotte, thinking of you. Make sure you get plenty of coffee when you're en route. Speaking of coffee, right? I was really chuffed actually, because I wanted to, I still can't lift my arm. Do you remember me saying to you on coffee morning, I can't lift my arm? I still can't lift this arm any further than this without it hurting. I don't know what it is. I really don't. I think it might be this steps watch. I really think fitness watch, because this is really heavy, and I wonder if it's this. I really do wonder. So maybe if I'll alternate, I don't know, but I need to have this on because I need to get my steps in. Like today I've done 610 steps. It's not good though. And last night I was going to do this thing on Instagram, and I was going to like give myself like, because to get to my target weight, I've got to burn 500 calories a day, and I've got to get X amount of steps in. Well, I can't. I can get my steps in, but I can't burn the calories. But yesterday I was guilty of a McDonald's. Don't tell him, Dad. He's not watching today. He's away on holiday and he's got no Wi-Fi. So that's a relief because I'm about to slag him off big time. So yeah, 610 steps. I've burnt 13 calories today. What's that all about? Are you telling me I've got to go for a jog around the block? I'm meant to burn 500. I've got no chance. So yesterday I was about to do my gig. I'm going to talk about that coffee thing in a minute. Just hang on. Like I was talking about one thing. Just pause that one and move on to this while we're on it. So, blimey, I'm good at talking, aren't I? I was at Silver Sands last night gigging and I thought, right, how many calories can I seriously burn in a gig? I'm interested. So I did like a before post and I was going to do an after post. So I filmed myself for Instagram on stories and I went, right, how many calories am I going to burn? At the moment, I burn 125 calories today. Like, that's really naff. How many will I burn by the end of this gig? And then I was just like, let's just see. I'm going to burn I'm going to be at 500 and it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to be so slim when I finish the gig because I'm going to really like bust this gig. I'm going to like, sometimes I don't dance. I do like to dance when I sing, but sometimes I get really out of breath. If I've got up-tempo songs, I get really out of breath dancing. So I have to tone the dancing down so I can get my breath to sing the song properly. Otherwise I'll sound out of key because I'm out of breath. So you've got to have a bit of a balance. But I thought, I don't care about that tonight. I'm just going to go for it. So when the quarter was on, I was really like busting my moves and everything, sweating the lot. It was brilliant. I felt like I did a workout. So I was like, right, I'm going to film the next bit. And then it went and said that I'd burn in the whole day 185 calories. And I was like, what? Are you for real? So I've burnt like just 60 calories. That sucks. I mean, I've got no chance. Am I ever going to reach, unless I go to the gym or go for a jog around the block, which I can't do that because I'm asthmatic and I can't be bothered. So I just don't know how I'm going to do it. So I was going to my gig last week and I'd got my fitness watch on again because you'll have seen in the vlog that I was really trying to get my steps in and I was on the way to Fakenham. Did anyone watch the vlog? Let me know if you watched the vlog because I might be talking to people that haven't even seen it and don't know what I'm talking about. But I was on the way to Fakenham and I'm saying to my dad, I bought my dad a fitness watch for Christmas 2 years ago, I think it was. And I set it all up for him and that. And every time I buy my dad something for Christmas, never uses it, stays in the box. It says, I've had an Alexa now for 4 years and nobody's come to set it up for me. Set it up yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, so he's kept it in the box. Figure it out. It's not that hard, but he can't do anything right like that. So anyway, I bought him this watch, set it up for him, got it like, you know, linked with his phone and everything because I'm all for a fitness watch and I really want my dad to sort of keep an eye on his blood pressure, his heart, like, beat and stuff like that, and I just want him to keep on top of things. So bought him this watch and he wears it and you can change the straps on it. You can have it day or night. It's amazing. So he's got no excuse this time to think, oh, I won't go with my outfit tonight. It don't matter because you can change the straps. I've covered it. Get that watch on now. So anyway, I said to him, have you got your fitness watch on tonight, Dad? And he went, yes, I've got it. It's here. And I was like, oh, good. I went, so are you getting your steps in there? And he went, don't have to worry about that. He said, because I've just realised if you, and he took his watch off and he went, if you wanted to get your steps in, all you have to do is go like this and it'll tell you that you've got your steps in. And I'm like, that's not the point of the watch, Dad. You can't do that. And he went, yeah, well, I really do it for when it's on charge. And he went, because then it doesn't count your steps. And I'm like, yeah, but you still don't know if it's going to be accurate. So what's the point? You needn't bother. So my dad is cheating his watch after I went to the effort of buying it. So he looks at his watch at the end of the day, sees he's got these steps in, feels proud of himself. And all he's done is chuck it from hand to hand. So he's cheated it and thinks he's done a good job. Like, talk about defeat the object. So yeah, that's my dad for you. Oh, Penny, thank you for popping in to say hi. I really, really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Ian, thanks again for your super chat. Thank you. Totally agree, Gabby. I'm definitely different and people don't always get it. Very best of luck to Casper. If you need advice, I'm happy to help. Message me. Oh, Ian, thank you. That's a really lovely thing to say. I really do appreciate it. but being different is good. Don't want to be the same. Can't all be the same. You know, you've got to be unique and have your own character at the end of the day. I know, right, Chris? Hilarious. That's my dad for you. That's my dad. It's like I was telling you, he goes on about the sugar and then he goes and eats pizza from Tesco's. He's an absolute hypocrite. But I love him all the same. I do love him all the same. So anyway, right, going on about, yeah, arms killing. Don't know why. That's probably why I can't get my steps in, because I can't bloom and move. I think someone did say in the chat, was it Chris? I think it was Chris that said, oh, is it because of the new lights? I don't think it is, though. I don't think it is, because I've been using the lights kind of before this all started and I've been fine. So I don't think it's the lights. Do you know what it could be? I think it could be lifting Casper, because I carry him a lot. I'm always picking him up. I probably don't even need to pick him up, but because it's my baby, I love picking him up. So anyway, speaking of Casper, he has defaced this box. This box is got a work of art all over it. But inside it is my new, well, this is not new actually. I wanted to get myself like a takeaway mug to have on the go from my store. So I ordered it in and it's finally arrived, and I just wanted to show you guys it, because when we do the next Q&A and we're playing for a prize, this is what you're going to be playing for. So this insulated coffee / hot chocolate / tea cup that you can have on the go, and it's really, really nice. I like it. It feels like a really good quality as well. Just going to open it up and show you inside. There you go. So it's like obviously a flask that you can just drink out of on the go. But the amount of times I'm in the car and, you know, I go and get, I'm really obsessed with going to Wild Bean. Absolutely love it. But all the time, I don't know what happens, but the coffee sort of soaks through the coffee cups if I have Americano. It's a nightmare. So anyway, I'm really glad, because what I'm going to do is when we next go on a journey, I'm going to put my coffee in here. It's going to keep it warm and I'm going to have that on the go. So I'm chuffed with that. But that's what we're going to be playing for. Oh, and by the way, just to give you the heads up, starting from tomorrow, not today, tomorrow, in store it's free delivery as well. So if anyone does want to get any coffee cups or anything, the time is when there is an offer on, and that's quite a good one, because delivery is like a £5. Like I just think that sucks, but I don't know if I should say too much, because obviously it's through YouTube. Yeah, like it's £5 for delivery. So obviously I want to give you guys the heads up when the offers come up, because otherwise you won't know about them. So that you're not like spending a £5 on delivery if you want to get anything. So yeah, that's the ouch. Poor me. So yeah, just giving you a heads up on that one anyway. But yeah, it does feel posh. So obviously it's got like a completely different logo on it. I've got two different logos going at the moment. I've got my natural one, which is this one. I've actually got this on my t-shirt as well, haven't I? So that's my normal logo in general that I designed. Barry Coppock's cups that he got, because I made a mistake on the spelling. He's got a limited edition, haven't you, Barry? Speaking of Barry, here comes a super chat from Barry. Thank you so much for an unexpected super Sunday morning. Oh, thank you, Barry. I'm just so sorry that I can't do coffee morning tomorrow, but as long as you guys are happy, that's the main thing. And thank you so much, Barry. That means a lot. I really do appreciate that. Green King Dog says, hello, had to check the date. Thought it was Monday already. I know, I'm really on the ball as well. And when I premiered my vlog, you're supposed to, YouTube recommend premiering. There you go. That was nice and posh, weren't it? Premiering your vlogs 24 hours prior to them going up. So what did I do? I actually premiered it or advertised it for 24 hours prior. So I was really on the ball. But then people are really confused, because I've got real bad tardiness. That's what the Americans say. I'm late with everything. I'm disgracefully late. The only thing I'm not late for, and I don't know why, I don't know if it's a brain thing again, like, because I'm sort of mentally trained in this area. I'm never late for gigs, and I was never late for work either. But everything else in my life I'm late for, or I'm cutting it fine. If I'm getting a plane, I'm cutting it fine. Getting on a bus, which is rare, but I'm cutting it fine. If I'm booked in for the dentist, cutting it fine. Casper went to nursery the other day, cutting it fine. Oh, I've got to tell you about that dream, and yeah, that's next on the list. But thank you so much, Barry. I do appreciate that. And yeah, anyway, Beverly got confused, and Beverly went to watch it that night, and I saw a few people speaking to Beverly in the chat saying, no, it's tomorrow. And I think Bev was actually shocked. Forget Tim being shocked. Beverly was shocked. She was she was shocked that I was that early. Yeah, honestly, I was so organised. It was unreal. But this is the new me. I'm going to be the best version of myself from now on. My timekeeping's going to be amazing. I'm going to get my calories in, steps in, the lot. New me. And then like Christmas is going to come, and then I'm going to eat loads of chocolates and just have to do it all again in January, I'm sure. So yeah, it's all very interesting. Bread and Butter says, your coffee morning helps me get prepared for the day. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. Oh, I love that. Ian says, I can relate, Gabby. I'm always late for everything. I get job done, but always cutting everything to last minute. I honestly thought I would be late though this morning, because I had my gig was like a good hour and 45 minutes away last night from my house, and so by the time I got into bed it was really late. I was up with Casper 3 times in the night, but I don't get it, because the night before last he slept right through, and the night before that he slept right through, and I thought hopefully he'll sleep right through because I'm getting into bed really late, but he didn't. And I just thought, why the night when I want him to sleep through doesn't that happen? So that's life, innit, I suppose. Andrew, are you having a roast today, Gabby? Me and Tim literally live by the moment. I don't know what we're having. We literally will go out and then we're like, oh, what are we going to have for dinner? And Mum says, I couldn't live like that. I have to prepare all my meals for the whole week. I don't know how you do it. But we're always lastminute.com with food. Always. The only person whose meals are prepared is Casper's and / Holly, if we ever know what Holly's doing. But mine and Tim, we're always like, we don't really think until last minute. We're terrible. So no Sunday roast today. I wouldn't have thought. There's no time to organise it. So anyway, let me tell you about this dream I had. You all might fall asleep by the end of it though. Great, Gabby's having McDonald's. Not today. No, I had McDonald's yesterday. I have to be good. I have to keep these calories down. How many calories have I burnt now? I thought that eating would like help you burn calories because you're chewing, aren't you? But clearly not. Otherwise I would have burnt loads. So my dream, honestly, this because Casper's gone to nursery. So Casper's had a trial run at nursery, which was an hour, like a taster session, and he loved it, which is great. I didn't love it. He loved it. And then he's having another one tomorrow, taster session, and then if that goes well, he's gonna be starting nursery. He's only gonna do a couple of afternoons a week because we're just sort of weaning him in and what have you. And that's really stressing me out, like, because I feel like the nursery is taking my baby away. I can't explain it. Call me a Mel, call me whatever you want, but I've got really bad attachment issues to Casper. Like, I can't be apart from him. The only time I've ever been apart from Casper is when we've been like away, say we've been vlogging or whatever, and he's gone into the nursery there like for a couple of hours max, you know, and that's been on the odd occasion. Or if like say me and Tim have gone out for an evening and my mum's had him, or we've done the vlog and we've had like a London like hotel babysitter, and I've never had a night away from him, or if I've done the gigs, you know. Otherwise I am with him 24/7. So I'm really addicted to my son. Like, I just love him so much and I just want to be with him all the time. And giving him to someone else feels like they're taking my baby away. I can't explain it. It's really dippy, and like, I'm 42 years old and I need to man up, but that's how I feel inside, and I'm getting really anxious about it. And but it's the best thing for Casper. It's good for his development, and I can't be selfish, and he's got to go. End of. And that's going to happen. So, but it's been playing on my mind a lot. And when you go to sleep at night time, these things, they do play on your mind, don't they? And things just go round and round and everything gets mushed up and everything's just horrible. And I had this dream. I was on holiday in Puerto Rico. I was with Tim and Lucy. Lucy's Tim's twin sister, and her family, and Holly was there as well. And we had sent Casper to a nursery while we were there, and it was yeah, let's put Casper in nursery, it'll be really, really nice for him, you know, they do like a hotel. But it was weird because it was out of the hotel. I wouldn't do this in real life, so don't know why. So anyway, we're then driving through Puerto Rico, and you know, I don't know if you've ever been to Puerto Rico, but some steep drops off the edge of the rock, you know, because it's all in a valley up a rock and everything. And as we were driving round, we were like Tim was going really, really fast, and I was going, will you slow down around these corners? And he was on his phone checking YouTube at the same time. And the back end of our car / minibus, remember the party bus? We were in the party bus, was coming off the edge of the road, and the wheels were coming off, and I was like, oh my God, we're going to crash, we're going to crash. And I was just having like the most horrific feeling. And Tim's like, yeah, well, we've got to get to the restaurant because we've got a table booked. And Casper's in nursery. And I'm like, but Casper's in nursery, we've got to go pick him up. And he's saying, oh, don't worry about it, we'll go pick him up after. I'm like, but it's going to be really, really late. I said, we can't do that. I can't have a night out and then pick him up. And he's going, no, it'll be fine. Just, you know, we're just going to go to this restaurant. It's going to be fine. Stop worrying. You're always stressing. Oh, okay. So we go to this restaurant, and I'm like this, like my anxiousness. I'm thinking, I've got to get Casper. I can't sit here. I can't do this. But I can't drive the minivan. And I'm saying, Tim, I think we should go and pick Casper up. And he's saying to me, you're stressing too much. So I'm like, right, I'm going to go and get it myself. I'm going to walk it. And I'm walking through Puerto Rico, and it don't look like Puerto Rico. It looks like a completely different Spanish village. And I'm walking through, and there's just traffic and people everywhere, and I'm trying to fight the crowd. I'm like, where is this nursery? I don't even know where this nursery is. And it's near this shop, and it's near that shop, so I think it's over here. And I'm just like fighting the crowds and everything, and I can't get through. And I'm trying to get around the crowds because there's like some sort of carnival going on. And then I end up thinking, oh, I'll go through this restaurant and I'll go out the back, and that way I can sort of cut through that way. And then I go out the back, and then I walk down the street, and I'm like, I'm away, I'm going to get to him. And then there's a river, and I'm like, oh, what? I can't go back on myself. I need to get to him. There's a river. What am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to have to swim it. So I get into this river, and it's sort of like waist deep, and loads of people are in it. Don't know why. And I'm like really struggling to get across this river, and I'm just like, come on. And like the current of the river is like going against me, and I'm really fighting it because I'm so desperate to get to this childcare place before my mum was so stressed out hearing this, before it closed. And then next thing you know, I get out of the river, and then like it's another river, and I'm like, oh my God, I just need a taxi. And I get into this restaurant, and I'm saying, can you order me a taxi? And they're going, ¿Qué pasa? And I go, taxi. ¿Qué pasa? Taxi. And they didn't understand me. And I'm like, need a taxi. And they went, oh, taxi. I'm like, yeah. So they ordered me a taxi, and they said, outside, you get it outside, and we call. And I'm like, oh, great. So I go outside to go and get this taxi, and it's packed with these carnival people, and there's just taxis everywhere, and they're all got like a red button on them, meaning they're occupied. Am I stressing you out? Honestly, my brain, honestly, Wendy, you would not believe the things I dream. It's crazy. So I'm like, which taxi's for me? They're all occupied. I don't know. And I'm going up to the taxis going, taxi for Gabby? Taxi for Gabby? No. Taxi for Gabby. And then I hear someone go, Gabriella. And I'm like, someone's just shouted my name. So I run over, and this woman in the shop, and I'm going, taxi? And she went, I've got Casper. And I went, what? You're a supermarket? And they went, yeah, well, when parents are late picking up their children, what they do is they put them in a box, and then they bring them to us in the supermarket, and we store them at the back of the supermarket, and then you come and pick them up. And I'm like, what the hell? And I went, I'm thinking, have they got the right Casper? What's going on? And they got like, you know, these things that go like on top of, you know, when people are camping or traveling, and they've got these things that go on top of the cars, like they're kind of like cases, but they're quite oval kind of thing, like a dome. and she opened up this dome, and there's loads of kids in there, a bit like a Madeleine McCann situation, really, if you ever watched the story. So these things are playing on my mind. And all these little children are laying there, and they've got these bottles. And Casper was laying there, and his bottle was half empty. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, Casper. And like, you haven't got any milk left or anything. And I'm grabbing him and I'm holding him so tight. And I'm like, oh my God, I've got you now. I've got you now. You're safe. You're safe. Come on. And like, pull him out. And I'm like, come on, we need to get back. And I'm going, Tim. And I'm on the phone. I'm like, order him some chicken nuggets and beans now. He's starving. He's got no milk left or anything. He's so hungry and he's asleep and he's weak. And Tim's like, but they've only got adult portion. And I'm like, just order adults then. Do you know what I mean? But we're on our way back now. And do have the wildest dreams. And then I've got Casper in my arms, and Casper does this thing in real life where I'm holding his hand and he's just trying to get my hand off. Like, stop holding my hand, mummy. I can do it. I can do it. And he's doing that to me. And he's trying to let go. And then there's all these racks of clothes around me, and I'm in this shop all of a sudden. And he's let go of my hands, and he's gone. Within a second, he's gone. And I'm like, Casper, Casper. And I'm looking for him everywhere, and I can't find him. I can't find him. And then this woman pulls me aside and says, that's it now. You won't get him back. And I'm screaming. I'm going, no. And I'm screaming. And I woke myself up. I knew I needed to wake up. Forced myself up. And I was like, oh, and I could hear him downstairs. And I was like, my God. And I just ran downstairs and I wrapped my arms around him and I just kissed his face 1,000 times. And he was there and he's thinking, what are you doing to me, mummy? And Tim was like, is everything all right? And Tim's editing at the computer. Is like, everything all right? And I was like, no, it's really not all right. You're in big trouble, mate. But honestly, I was so stressed out, and I just did not let him go for ages. And I was kissing his face, and I was just like, this is all to do with nursery. I'm telling you now, it's stressing me out. But yeah, it is crazy. And they're not the only kind of dreams I have. I dream all sorts of wacky dreams. And I think it's my mental health, to be honest with you. I think my mind works overtime. Rose says, wow, is this a dream or a nightmare? Well, it's a nightmare. It's not a dream. No, your dream is exhausting and very vivid. I need to lay down listening to it. I know. That's what my mum was saying. She was stressed out listening to it. Bread and butter. Yep, Gabby, yeah, a whole block of cheese. Do you think, I've heard that. I've heard that you do get these things when you eat cheese. MS Security said, glad that was a dream. Oh, God, I was. It was awful. I think, you watch all these documentaries, don't you, about things that have happened to people and that, and then it all plays on your mind, and it's just like, because I'm so attached, I think that's the problem. Peter says, more like a nightmare than a dream. Yeah, I agree. I should have rephrased that. It was a nightmare. I was sweating when I woke up. I should have lost loads of calories. Shame I weren't wearing my watch, really, because my heart was pounding very, very fast. Liz says, 100% an anxiety dream. I have the same. Oh, God, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Lee says, that sounds like a proper mind bender, Gabs. Tim didn't want to hear it. I went, I had this worst nightmare. And he went, don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. So I was like, okay, who am I going to tell this to then? Because obviously Tim can't handle things like that. Like, he can't even, like, I'm watching on Netflix at the moment, Monsters. So I don't know if anyone's watching it, about the two brothers. And, like, it's a hard watch. That if you're watching it, that's a hard watch. That's not for the weak. So I don't know why I'm watching it, but I am. And Tim started watching it with me, and then Tim was like, I'm not watching this anymore. I can't watch it. And yeah, I'm quite hard-faced, and I can sort of watch through it, even though I'm the anxiety one here. But I put myself through it, don't know why. But Tim was like, I'm not watching it, you can watch that on your own. So when he's been going to bed at night, I've been finishing off watching it. But that is a hard watch. It's interesting. I think that's why I do watch it, because it's just like, because it's a true story, but it's a hard watch. So yeah, there's something wrong with me, I think, definitely. When I heard about Casper being in a box and you were in a river, I panicked slightly before you mentioned it was a nightmare. I thought it was in a foreign country. I think, like, I watched the documentary on Madeleine McCann as well. And, like, it was on I'm sure it was Netflix one, and that was telling you, like, the stages and how there were people in the area that sort of, like, kidnapped kids and stuff like that. And that just kind of always plays, like, in my mind a little bit, because it's such a sad story. I just think, like, we all just need to be extra cautious in life, don't we, and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, before anything else, sorry, did I bore you all? Probably. 251 people watching. Give me a thumbs up for the nightmare. At least give me something for it. So anyway, I've got a couple of shout outs. So Penny Jackson has her anniversary on the 1st of October and has been married for 25 years. So when's the 1st of October? That's Tuesday, isn't it? So 25 years. So massive congratulations to you both. Many congratulations. Thinking of you. Michael Arthur, can I have a birthday shout out, please, to Anthony Clifford, who is a subscriber to your channel, Gabby, because his birthday is on Sunday, the 15th of September. I'm a little bit behind with that one then, aren't I? Sorry about that. But yeah, massive happy birthday to you. Belated birthday, should I say. I also received a lovely email from Audrey. I just want to say thank you so much, Audrey. I don't know if you're watching this morning or not, but I have read your email. And I really do appreciate your support, and I love the fact that you're enjoying the channel. So big thank you to you. I just want to say as well, Ben McSporran is going on holiday to Las Vegas, San Francisco, and Los Angeles, celebrating his mum's birthday. So I want to say, Ben, I hope that you have an amazing time. We love you, Ben. So thinking of you. Also, Scott has messaged and said, I can see Casper behind you in the picture. So, my arm. That's this one. And he says, but I'm curious for the black and white picture of Holly is it Holly on the other side at the top of the chest of drawers? Plus, is it your mum in the black and white picture holding the baby? It's not a black and white picture, actually. But it's actually, I thought I will show you because you probably are a little bit curious because it's always there. Like I don't have a chest of drawers anymore. They're now in Holly's room because when we move the bedroom round, I've got nothing to put pictures on. So these pictures transition to over here. But yeah, I always had, it's a bit dusty actually, a picture of Casper and this one of me and Holly when Holly was a baby. There you go. That's when I used to really get my steps in. So yeah, that's what that is. That's me and Holly. So I've got both my babies there. I'm very proud mum, you know. I do produce the most gorgeous kids. I don't know how I do it. So yeah, definitely. Oh, Amanda, no problem at all. Bread and butter. Can I give a shout out to Rosie Lee because that comment made me laugh? Oh, what? The one that she just said about the dream? Oh, so yeah, so that's me. And there was a comment that I had, which I kind of wanted to read out, but only just to put people in the picture because I mentioned, I don't know if you can remember, was it last coffee morning or the coffee morning before? I mentioned that I took Casper to the to see the trains, and there was a map at the Steam Train Museum of an engine that had been built, and I made a comment and I had said that it was so complicated that somebody that had invented that engine might have been possibly autistic, because obviously you get a lot of autistic people who are highly intelligent. So it was a compliment, really. It wasn't a bashing or anything like that. But I had somebody make a comment and I just wanted to read it out to you, and then I'm going to make reference to it. They said, Gabby, autistic people are your neighbours, your friends, serve you in your cafe, help you on holiday. You shouldn't be surprised at their intelligence level. It's a spectrum, and I think from what you say sometimes, you expect every autistic person to be a higher need. So non-verbal, etc., etc. Some autistic celebrities include Tom Stoltman, don't know who that is, Fern Brady, don't know who that is, and Anthony Hopkins. I know who he is. But I just wanted to make this clear and clarify. I've never, ever, and I will never bash anybody with who's autistic. I might talk about people being autistic, but I'm not bashing anybody that's been autistic because, and the reason I talk about people that are autistic is because obviously we've talked about it on a level where we've thought that my son might be. and there are a lot of people that have it that do actually watch the channel as well, and I want them to know that it's all right to talk about it because it's normal. So we talk about it, we don't shy away from it in that respect. So that's where I'm coming from. But never ever have I ever meant to bash anyone with autisticness. So I feel like this person has taken what I've said about this train engine and run with it. So I just wanted to let everybody know that that is not my intention at all, and that it's only ever in a positive light, because we should be able to talk about it because it's the norm, it's life. Do you know what I mean? And that's where it goes. So anyway, on that note, I do hope that you have an amazing week. So Coffee Morning will resume on Monday as normal next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. My next vlog that's going to be coming out, it's going to be my top 5 places to shop for the best Halloween products and / autumnal products. So do tune into that, and that's going to be going up this week. But it's been an amazing Sunday morning. If you're going to do anything else today, make sure that it's something positive and enjoy your Sunday. And I will catch you for the premiere in the week. If not, I will see you on Monday for Coffee Morning. Take care, everyone, and make sure that you come and follow me on Instagram. Come and show the love, and I'll show you what's been going on. See you, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.